Take a look at the screen you are using right now. You might think of it as a product of one specific place, but many different nations had to cooperate to build this single device. Imagine if, tomorrow morning, the US stopped sharing its technology, China closed its factory doors, Russia turned off its oil pipelines, and India halted all its exports. Within a matter of days, the global economy would face a massive disruption. Store shelves would empty, and the complex networks that move goods around the world would freeze. So, which country is actually the most powerful? And more importantly, who depends on whom? Let's break it down in just 3 minutes. These everyday objects are physical maps of global vulnerabilities. When you trace where the parts come from, it becomes clear that no modern economy operates in isolation. Let's start with the microchip. This represents the United States, the world's largest economy and a leader in global technology. The US leads the world in artificial intelligence, finance, and high-tech innovation. Because the US dollar is the world's primary reserve currency, America holds enormous financial influence over how trade happens. But the US has a deep-seated vulnerability. While American designs flow outward, a constant stream of physical goods flows back in, including critical minerals and assembled chips. That inward flow comes largely from China, the metal casing of our phone. China is the factory of the world. Its manufacturing scale is massive, producing everything from the smartphone to rooftop solar panels and heavy warehouse machinery. However, those factories have their own requirements. To keep the lights on, China must import oil and natural gas. It also needs advanced semiconductors from abroad and relies on shoppers in the US and Europe to buy what it builds. These two giants are locked in a paradox. The United States relies heavily on physical manufacturing from abroad, while China cannot keep running without outside energy and technology. Next, we have to consider the energy needed to run those global factories. For this, we look at the fuel, representing Russia. Russia is a leading exporter of the world's most basic necessities: oil, natural gas, wheat, and fertilizers. This makes them a major player in keeping the world fed and powered. Even with all those resources, Russia is not self-sufficient. It relies on international partners for the advanced industrial equipment needed to drill for oil and the global markets needed to sell its goods. Finally, we have the digital code and the people who write it. This brings us to India, representing the software and services that support the entire system. India leads in IT and affordable medicine. This scale shows the massive volume of digital services and pharmaceuticals exported. But there is a heavy reliance on the other side. To build infrastructure, India imports vast amounts of crude oil and electronics. To address this, the government launched Make in India, a plan to build up domestic factories and reduce the need to buy components from abroad. From the fuel in the tanks to the code in the apps, no single nation possesses every ingredient for success. Whether a country exports resources or software, they cannot grow without inputs from their neighbors. This brings us back to our first question. After looking at how these pieces fit together, which country is the strongest? The reality is that none of them can stand completely alone. The United States needs global manufacturing, China needs international markets, Russia needs buyers, and India needs energy and technology. In the modern world, economic interdependence is the real superpower. The nations that shape the future will not be those that tried to go it alone, but those that built the most resilient partnerships. If you found this look at the global economy helpful, like, share, and subscribe to Global Desk. Thanks for watching.